peeps. Now it's time for actual makeup. It's time for our first look, our first full look, a nice neutral look, right? This is the headshot look. This is the, I need to just be nice and neutral on stage. It's not about being glammy and crazy. It's really nice and neutral, and it's the most successful thing for everybody. How do we enhance what we naturally have? I'm gonna touch on a lot of stuff. This might be things you've already done, you do every day, you've done for the longest time, right? I started putting on makeup badly, but my grandma got me my first makeup kit when I was probably 7 years old. So I've been doing makeup for a long time. Some of you maybe have never done it before in your lives. Some of you maybe have done the same thing as me. So whatever level you're at, just try it, right? Try different things, try different colors, try new things, new techniques. It's makeup. If you don't like it, if you feel like you screwed it up, you just take it off. That's the best part. So let's get started. We have, in previous videos, we have cleaned and washed our face. Remember, no new makeup over dirty, oldie, nasty makeup, ugh, grossness. That's how you get breakouts, that's bad things for you. So we cleaned, we moisturized. Moisturizer is the barrier between your face and the makeup you're gonna put on. Think of it as filling up your pores as opposed to the makeup filling up your pores. Your face will be happy. So I've cleaned, I've moisturized, I've put my foundation layer on, right? I've put primer or color corrector. The amount of all those things I put on is dependent on what I'm trying to do. My everyday 5-minute makeup, like I just need to get out of the house and I want to look slightly pretty and I want to match the image in my head. I don't do all these steps. If I'm going on stage, if I'm coming in front of a camera, if I'm trying to look my best, my most elevated self, I do the steps. But I change them for whatever it is, right? The makeup I did this morning is not the same makeup that I did for my wedding day. It's not the same makeup that I do when I go out and are on the town and want to go take pictures or do something weird. Yeah? Fit it to whatever your life is, what you like, how you want to be that day. But we put our foundation layer on, right? We put our base on. We then put on our contour. We then blended our contour and powdered. We've done so many steps, right? And it feels like 12 million videos, but that can all happen in like 5 minutes. All done, we're nice and pretty. We are ready to put on our natural look. I'm gonna start. So what happens when you put all those things on is we get rid of all the natural color. Me, like live Megan is gone. So we've got to put it back. That's blush. So blush gives us a natural glow. It tells people we're alive, that we're not crazy little porcelain dolls. So I will not show you anything I don't actively will or have used on my face. This is the e.l.f. palette. I actually don't mind it. It's quite lovely. Comes with colors. Colors are dependent on you, right? This is to match me. It doesn't work on everybody. Pinks are always gonna make you a little more red. Tans and browns are always gonna make you look less red. So decide what you like, yeah? Mix colors, anything that's a powder mixes just like a cream. You just mix it together. So I can dabby in whatever color I want, mix them together. I try them on my hand, see how I'm not doing bad things, yeah? Not bad things, that's good. I also am gonna get a cotton ball. Bye, okay, and back. So I also have a cotton ball. I'll show you this method on one cheek. So this is my same powder brush. You can have multiple brushes. It can be the little brush from your kit, whatever you like. I mix colors however I want. I check them, see if I like them. I do. Then we can go forward. Now we're gonna start with just Pretty Happy blush. Blush can be applied in 5 million different ways. We are just gonna be pretty and happy. We're gonna sort of lift and sort of pull up with our blush. Now, the first and most recognizable place we put blush is our cheeks. We accept that blush will be there, so we can accept that we can see it. Think of the 80s, they went crazy. So I find a color I like, tap off the excess, and then I'm smile. That's so pretty. So right on the cheeks and up, yeah? Here and up. The more you tuck it back, the more you're gonna sort of like scoot in your face. So it's sort of personal preference, gentle, gentle. Oh, I'm so alive. Now, if you feel like you got too much, cotton ball. Cotton ball also works if you don't have, or you don't want to make anything dirty. Circle, up. You see I did, each one looks slightly different. Different application methods, different ways, different colors, try them all. But Pretty Happy blush. That's the first, that's the accepted place to have blush. Now, other places we can put blush / bronzer, difference being that generally bronzer is always the sort of tanny brown colors and it's never sort of the pinkies. But that is forehead, it's your T-zone. Forehead, nose, chin. These are just areas, think of where the sun hits you. If you were to go outside and be in the sun for a little bit, it's gonna hit those areas. So same, I generally stay away from the pinkies and the reds and I go to the tans. I'm gentle. Yeah, not this. No, gentle. You can see it's barely touching. So across, down, chin. And I don't want to look sunburnt, so I kind of just blend them out. See what I like? Yeah? If you feel ever like you've done too much, go back to your base color and you can dab it off. It's never, nothing's, you know, it's makeup, just take it off. So I have my blush, I feel pretty, I'm alive. Done. Next is eyeshadow. And I'm gonna show you just a traditional 3-color method. It's the most standard of the eyeshadows. And generally it's what, if there's a demo on the back of a color palette, that's the one they show you. I have 2 brushes. I have a fan brush, so it's kind of squeezed and fanned out, and I have a round. This is a poof. This is an applicator. This is a blender. That's their intended purpose. You can use them however you want. You can use 12 brushes, you can use 2 brushes. Just clean your brushes. We never do, none of us do, but that's okay. But try. Yeah, so I have a neutral palette. You see I have 4 colors. I'm gonna pick or mix to 3 colors. I want a light, a medium, and a dark. Yeah, light, medium, dark. Now, when you're picking colors, the farther away they are, so if I go the lightest tan I can have, it's gonna have a medium brown, and the darkest brown I have, that's high contrast. The closer together the colors, the less contrast, the more natural it's gonna look. So the more you wanna amp it up, you're gonna create contrast. Really light, really dark, middle tone. The less contrast you want, the more neutral you want your makeup, the more you're gonna bring them together, right? So it might be light tan, a little bit darker tan, a little bit darker tan, those sort of feelings. I'm gonna start, oh, I like this little glitter. I'm gonna test them on my hand first, see what we're working with. Glitter, not glitter, shimmer, whatever you want, it's really up to you. It's a personal preference, yeah? Everybody's different. Generally, if you're on camera, any sort of shimmer, sometimes the stuff, the wet look, anything that's gonna have that stuff can make you look a little more oily, but it really just depends on the environment you're in, right? Who doesn't love glitter? Tons of people, but it has its time and place. Pick what you need. So, I'm gonna start with this middle tone. I'm gonna separate, I'm gonna try to make it a little extreme so you can see it. I might have to use I have another kit here that has a lot more colors if I need to. So I'm gonna start with what I think is a mid-tone for me, and I'm gonna go in the crease and down. I'm gonna cover the whole eyelid. Now, I have hooded eyes. Lots of people have hooded eyes. That means if you have a hooded eye, it means when you're open, you can see everything. And the minute that hooded eye means that when you have your eyes closed, you can see everything. The minute I open my eyes, all of a sudden half of it disappears. And there's all different types of hooded eyes and amount that your eye is hooded, right? But you can see. You lose half the eyeshadow. It's the bane of our existence. In that case, I'm gonna show you one side, you're gonna ease it up. So this one is in my crease. This one, I'm going to go above my crease. I have to pretend my crease is higher to see all the different colors. Or just squint all day long. Or I think it's beautiful. Yeah. This, I'm gonna cheat up. Do you see it? I'm starting to ease it up more. Yeah, this one's a little bit already. It's hard for me not to because I just naturally do it. But that's color 1. Color 2, I might need to go a little bit darker. Let's see what that turns into. And just mixing a little color palette. There we go. So next I'm gonna go in the crease, halfway over. So I start in the crease, I go halfway, back and forth. Halfway back and forth, you're gonna go to the edge, you're gonna tilt it down, big fat side, and I pull the eyeshadow down. Right, it's like a C. C. Yeah. So in the crease, halfway over, back and forth, pull the makeup down. So I'm filling it in. And it's gonna pull it out, and it's gonna tilt it up. Now if you get any excess, you can clean that up later, you can clean it up now. Generally, this is your line. From the corner of your eye to your eyebrow, or wherever your eyebrow wants to end. Some of us have like 2 hairs there, so I extend it further, yeah? Wherever you want your eyebrow to end. So that's my darkest. Let me show you on the other. I'll do different colors, why not? Just adding a little darker. See, this one's sitting up a lot higher than the other one. Well, not that much, because, yeah. Now you can grab a different brush, or I just sort of take off a lot of mine. I'm gonna show you 2 methods. One I use if I don't have a lot of time. So the last color, this is my lightest color, circle, 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 up and over, down and over. So this is another C, you know? So they kind of sit into each other like that. So this is the lightest color that you want. So circle, 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 up and over, underneath your eyebrows, down along the lash line. Light, dark, pulling your eyes out and up. Now, I am kind of on the pale side, right? I think you've noticed. So sometimes the lightest color is not light enough, right? The lighter your skin tone, the less the lights are gonna show up, right? You get less of the contrast with a lighter color. The darker your skin tone, the more a light color is gonna show up. But a shadow is gonna hide. So think about it like that. Generally our mid-tones show up both well with light and dark. But if you're on the end of whatever part of the spectrum over here, you gotta sometimes amp it up a little bit. So to help amp up my eyeshadow sometimes, if I need my brights to be a little bit brighter, it also helps clean up your eyebrows, any of that kind of stuff you need. I will take a little bit of my highlight on one of your smaller brushes. This is just my angle brush. And I do that same thing, circle, 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 up and under. Down. This is gonna give something for the makeup to stick to, right? So it's gonna amp up the lighter colors. This is if you want it, if you have time. If you need it, if you wanna play around with it, go have fun with it. You can also do the same thing with the shimmer. These are sort of matte, not my faves, but they're not bad. So 3 colors. Start medium, add in our dark, go to our light. Yeah. So now we have to blend it, just like everything else. You can blend as you go. You can blend with the different colors. This one I've kind of started to blend just by going back and forth over it enough. I feel like I don't have enough of my mid-tone, which I really liked, so I'm gonna go back in and add some of that sort of copper back in. I like a little bit more of the brown, coppery brown as opposed to the dark brown. Yeah, better. This one, I'll blend with my circular. So my little poof. And the way that you blend is going back and forth. Never like this. Back and forth. So generally you go in the crease, back and forth, over all of it, and this is gonna blend it down. Okay, so it sort of sinks it into your skin. Do I like it? I think we're good. We're going neutral, I don't generally go neutral. So it's kind of harder for me. I don't generally go neutral, so it's, you know, I like the fancy colors. So nice and neutral. You see this one has a little bit darker, this one's a little bit lighter. Yeah, this one you can see a little bit more of the harsher line, this one you can see less. I try to ease it up because I have those hooded eyes because I can't walk around like this all the time. Let's move on to eyebrows. Eyebrows are personal to what you like. Generally what's in right now is a larger eyebrow. We've sort of come down off of our like the height of the eyebrow craziness, but eyebrows are they're still super important. Everybody wants an eyebrow. What an eyebrow does is it allows us to see your expressions. If you imagine someone who have no eyebrows, you lose a lot of what people are saying. Right? You can't give like the shady looks to people. So you want to make sure you have an eyebrow. At the very least, that doesn't mean you have to have this groomed eyebrow you spent 45 minutes on. It can be as simple as just grooming them and making them present. Yeah, always option one. The other thing is you don't want not enough eyebrow. You also don't want too much eyebrow. Too much eyebrow that takes over and starts growing down and everywhere like little caterpillars, those distract. They make your eyes look smaller, and that's not what we want. Especially the further you get from an audience member, the more you want to get us to be able to see your face and your features. We want to see your lips. We want to see your expressions. We want to see all of the dynamics you're putting into your character. Shouldn't just look a void. So I have my favorite, which is the NYX Fill and Fluff. Who knew? But it's a little pencil. I like that the best. I also have a marker around here somewhere. I think I was like, no. Pencil. I have, the e.l.f. has these little ones where you can use, yeah, it's a powder with a little bit of a cream. You can use ones on a spoolie. Honestly, you can take eyeshadow on a spoolie. This is a spoolie. You can take that, dip it in, and just groom them, and it turns it to wherever you want. So, the very least, pomade. You can put it in gel, pomade. Clear mascara is great for taming your eyebrows. Dip, 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 dip in the color, and I can go right over them and put them in. I need a little more than that. Yeah. So I'm gonna draw mine in. Things you have to think about with eyebrows. Oh, baby hairs, dude. Things you have to think about with eyebrows. One, you are not symmetrical. Sorry to say. Doing these videos has been so hard because I hate looking at myself upside down and backwards. Whatever you guys are seeing is just the worst thing ever. So it's hard, right? Our eyebrows are not like twins. They're sisters that hate each other. You have a dominant eyebrow. Your dominant eyebrow is the one that you raise like really funny at people and you give them side looks, right? It's the one that generally it looks better. The arch is better. You can move it around better. You draw it better. That can mean that it's your right hand because you're right-handed or you're left-handed. But generally one is like the good sister and one is the bad sister. So what we're trying to do is even them out the best we can. So my general rule is we're gonna find the center, the arch, and the end, and then connect the dots. Now, one big thing is you never wanna just outline your brow. You never just wanna go like, whoa, that's it. Let me go where all the hairs are. You will end up with Muppet brows, and nobody needs that. You don't do that to yourself. Think of inner lining is what I say. So don't go to the outside hair, go right next to it or inside of it. And over time, you just get used to what your brows want to look like, what you want them to look like. The shape and drawing that shape just becomes second nature. So it just evolves. So I'm gonna find, let me see if I can find it. So far away. I find the center. I find the arch. Find the end, yeah? Connect the dots. And this is also gentle. I don't, it's not a crayon, it's not a marker. Fill, fill, fill. This is my good one if you couldn't tell. The other one's gonna look a little bit of tragedy. Now this has a little brush on it. I tend to just use my finger to soften the edge. Yeah, it just gives you more of a personality. It gives you more sort of oomph to the eyebrows. Not necessary. Sometimes when you're on stage or when you're playing characters or specific roles, it much needed. So let's do the other one because I don't want to look lopsided. So center, arch, end. blending. Find what I like. Tell myself to stop futzing with it, and we're good. Half the time I have bangs anyway. You only saw them in video 1 because I got them out of the way to do this. You're welcome. But half the time you won't even see it. But I still do it. So eyebrows, whatever product you like, application method you like, even if it is just taming them with some clear mascara. Whatever it is, make sure you touch them, find them, try it, do it, have fun with it. Eyeliner is next. In this video, I'm just gonna teach you the basics of pencil eyeliner. I know, boring. But some of you may have never ever done pencil eyeliner, or we forget that we can do pencil eyeliner. And I'm really gonna talk about it about not being eyeliner, right? As something like, as an application is like, oh, you're wearing eyeliner. As to really be, how do we make our eyes look bigger and bolder on camera or on stage? Because sometimes when we're further away from the audience, the eyes become very shadowed and sunken and small, and that's not attractive. So we want to make them, how do we bring them out? How do we make them bigger? So that's eyeliner. You should have one in your kit. You have brown and black. Brown is always going to be more neutral. Black is always going to be a little bit more oomphy, right? Because like it just oomphs. So we're going to start on the bottom. Now, when I'm doing eyeliner first, I always sort of melt the edge. I make sure it's not really pointy and scary. If you've never done eyeliner, if you've done eyeliner a lot, these are all things you just like, whatever, so I just do it. If you've never done eyeliner, you have to stop and think about what's happening. So 1, coming at your eye like this sometimes scares people. So don't come at it sideways, right? This makes a lovely line. So not straight on, to the side. Yeah, it's gonna help you. And move your eye around. I forgot to tell you when we did eyeshadow that the face we make is raise the eyebrows and squint the eyes. When we do eyeliner, you're gonna see like, we'll start making weird faces. They're great, they're beautiful. So first we're gonna do under. And whenever the one rule with eyeliner is, if you wanna avoid making your eyes look smaller and closer together, don't go all the way around. Yeah? Going all the way around brings them in and makes them smaller. So generally we start the sort of inside of the pupil and out, and this wants to be smaller, bigger. It's the same with eyeshadow, right? We're going out and up is what we're doing. So with the bottom, we're gonna go under the lash line. Under, not waterline, that's called tight lining. We wanna go underneath, we're trying to make it bigger. Yeah, 3/4. Blend it with your finger. And if you need to, pull it down and do this, right? I'll do one side so you can see the difference. You can already tell, it looks a little bit bigger. Then I'm gonna do the top, same thing. So this, I'm not doing a wing, you can always pull. Pull and raise your eyebrows. So right along the lash line. Yeah, blend. You can already see one eye appears bigger than the other, right? Nice and natural, super easy. Pull down. Be gentle, don't jabby. Right along the lash line. Blend. Nice and natural. Nice bigger eyes. Yeah. Now amping it up, we'll do that next class. I'll show you how to do wings. I love a winged eyeliner. Might have a tendency to just keep growing, but in the next class we will learn about how to do a sort of more dramatic eyeliner. And if you know how to do it, go for it. I'm certainly not gonna be mad. So, eyebrows, eyeliner, mascara. Now, anything I've probably forgotten to mention, but anything that is your own personal stuff, dip away. If you ever are sharing makeup with a bunch of people, you wanna make sure you use disposables. So things like the spoolies here, where I have little lip brushes, anything that has something that goes into a tube, you never want to go into the tube and then apply and go back into the tube. That's for your own personal makeup. So a lot of times I will use spoolies, one in, one out. Once it goes on your face, you can't put it back in, that's trash. If it's your own personal, go for it. Now there's all different types of mascara. Generally, mascara is making your lashes look bigger, making your eyes look bigger. That's the whole point. And again, it's out and up because your eyelashes are generally smaller to bigger. But everybody has their favorite. This seems like a fiber is what I'm doing right now. I like fiber the best. It's one of the few products that I actually spend good money on. I think I use the Thrive. I think it's Thrive Fiber is what I enjoy the most. And it's like 25 bucks a pop, which hurts my soul, but I like it. That doesn't mean you can't buy a $2.99 one and enjoy it. So it's fine what you like, what your eye likes, what your eyelashes like. Some of us are just not blessed with all the lashes in the world. Yeah, my daughter has the best lashes. It's like, since she was born, people tell her, you've got some great lashes. And then I look at me and I'm like, she got that from my husband. So this, you're gonna make faces. So let me show you with the spoolie. Yeah, it's in. So you're gonna kind of open wide, up. You're gonna roll it out away from you. So that's the top, yeah? Out and away. The bottom, open wide, back and forth if you want the bottom. Sometimes that makes it look like little spider legs. Yeah? Away, open. And anybody who's done makeup a lot, we have all put the spoolies in our eyes every time. Doesn't matter how many years I've done it, there is still times where I put mascara straight in my eye. So do not be afraid. It happens to all of us. I'm kind of blinking into it. Yeah. Trying to grab all the little hairs. Now you can use eyelash curlers that help give you a little curl. You can use multiple layers. There's techniques, there's the bottom. There's techniques where they powder them and add multiple layers on top. It's personal preference, it's how much you want eyelashes. Next step is falsies, but I won't do them here. But if you like wearing false eyelashes, go for it. Mascara, yeah? Makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, pulls them out and up. Lastly, our lips. You never want to just ignore your lips. The worst thing you can do on stage or in front of anybody is have crusty lips that are the same color as your face. Especially as a performer, and as a performer that it makes any kind of sound, we need to see your lips. It helps us understand you better. It helps us see you better. It just helps us. So you want to make sure you don't ignore them. Yeah, you don't have to go crazy colors. I will show you in the next class when we amp this up. I will talk about outlining. I will talk about lip liners. I will talk about using crazy colors. You can do that now, but I'm going to show you nice neutral lips. So some of you are blessed with natural rosy lips. That's not me. I put a little bit of the highlight on to sort of amp up that area, to pull that area forward. So they've gone on my lips a little bit, which is totally fine. But one moisturizer, yeah? The first thing with lips, no chapped lips. So make sure you drink enough water. Make sure you always apply chapstick. I literally keep one on me at all times. I always have chapstick. It's next to my bedside table. And so my lips are never chapped, ever. Because I just carry it with me and it's sort of like, you know, a little OCD moment of mine. But I always have a chapstick. It's great for you. Find the one you like. Literally Carmex. Cheap, old Vaseline style Carmex is my jam. I also sometimes exfoliate my lips. So I will take, because lips get crusty, guys. It just happens, right? So I will take, e.l.f. has a great sugar scrub. You can also make one yourself. A little bit of sugar, like brown sugar and honey. Different products you put together, some coconut oil on there, and you can scrub all the dead skin off your lips. I've had a person who, she used to take a toothbrush and she would, as she's brushing her teeth, she would brush her lips. And she had gorgeous lips, so I can't say it was a bad thing. So first things first, prep them. Make them nice and pretty, yeah? Second, if you're contouring, contour if you want. I added a little bit of the highlight. And then third is just giving them a nice natural color, not the same color as you. So I tend to not, if I'm trying to make it look like not lipstick, I will mix my Carmex or whatever chapstick, untinted chapstick, with a little bit of makeup. Yeah, so this is just a neutral palette. I have my little brush. I take a little bit of one, and then I'm picking this sort of color down here. I'm gonna mix them on my hand. That's nice. And you can already see how much this is popping off my face. You do not have to be a lipstick person, right? Lipstick person is the person that has to be aware of their lipstick at all times. Yeah? Especially if you wear crazy colors. I love wearing pinks and reds. But that means I have to pay attention. My hair gets caught in it, it pulls halfway across my face. I eat and half of it comes off and I look like a weirdo. So if you commit to lipstick, you have to commit to lipstick. If you commit to this stuff, you just apply it. Tinted chapsticks, sort of tinted what we've done, works well. Lip stains, which are like Sharpies for your lips, those work well too. But this finishes off your look. Right? You cannot just ignore it. Unless that's part of a character and you want to look sad and depressed and kind of sickly, address your lips. We've done everything else, address your lips. So now we've done all the steps. This is our nice neutral look. I'm ready to go get my headshots taken. I always double check it. I look in the mirror. How do I like it? Good, bad, ugly. What do I need to change? And look at it. What could you do different from last time? What can you do different next time? What do you like about it? What you not like about it? I'm going to show you everything I like to do, all the stuff I've learned over the many years I've done it. That doesn't mean it's always going to apply to you. Doesn't mean that that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Even if you take one thing, I'll be happy. You should take more, but at least one thing, yeah? I'm nice and pretty. We have finished our makeup application. In the next video, I will show you how to set it because this is not good to go on stage. You cannot take this and become a hot, sweaty mess and expect to look beautiful on stage. So in the next video, I will show you how to set this makeup. But I hope you enjoyed our neutral look. Go take some more pictures in various locations, in various lightings, and see how you like it. What were your favorite things? What were your least favorite things? What did you find really successful? What are some things that you love to do that maybe I didn't talk about? Share. We all want to know. Thanks, peeps. I'll see you next time.